He's doing the onslaught daily for like a week or two, and he's doing great. He's doing very, very well. He built the system. He knows the system. He trains in such a great way. So if everybody can, please go to these meetings with the deal. The webinars are great once again. So just make sure of it. And I can surely tell he's having the meetings. I can tell you that. Um, the attendance is great, but it's not super fantastic when the deal comes aboard. I can tell you that. Like I said, started here in just a little bit. I do have any projects going. Do you need any help? I'm trying to go through the list of people here and trying to find out exactly if anybody needs any help. So, Therese, if you need any help, let us know, and I'll go another random person here in just a little bit. I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you guys have anything that you need help with, we are here to help you out. The collaboration has been great. Oh, I'm sorry, Therese, about that. My prayers are with you. I'm sorry to hear that about one of your family members. That's too bad. Really, my prayers are with you. So that is great. Great that you're here, though. I got to admit, it takes a lot to come here, even after such a tragic moment within your life. I am so sorry, Therese. How old? What was the age? Oh, wow. Well, what a great, great life. You have to be happy about that, Therese. So, 87 years old. Wow, what a life. Yeah, she did have a great life, I'm sure. Oh, boy. Okay, Therese, we won't put you on the spot tonight, but I'm sure happy that you made it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, Therese. And I see Lynn's in the house. Welcome, Lynn. Lynn is always there for me, everybody. She's the one that really helps me put everything together. Can't do it without her, basically. But we're going to be doing a lot more here very, very soon. Very, very soon. So just get ready. And Lynn, no, that question you just asked, no on that right now. So, like I said, we're going to get started here in a little bit. Really, what I want to go through tonight is some of the editing within Sqribble. I think that's the biggest problem for a lot of people is just knowing the editor. And I really want people to kick in here. I really think that one of the biggest issues with everybody is actually getting started. I want to tell you guys a little story how I get started and how I pump it up and how I just drive that car and then I step on it a little faster and faster. And by week's end, I'm going 200 miles an hour, so to speak. I'm gonna get into that a little bit. We're gonna give it a few more minutes, but I'm gonna let you guys. I'm working on a big project right now, and I've gone 2 weekends. And every night after some of my consulting gigs, because I do travel, I come home and I jump into it and at least put another 2 to 3, 4 hours into it during the night. And it's cool. It's very cool. And I'm just kind of going to drive you guys. I want you guys to get in the seat next to me and take over the steering wheel here and start driving. I really need you guys to start kicking in. I want to tell you kind of how it works. And I've done a lot of these projects, you guys. You guys know that. I did have, I'll show you this. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I did sell a book for 10 grand. And that was a while back. I never really mentioned it much to anybody, but I did sell a book for 10,000 bucks. And it was a book on sell your plastics formulas to us. And I said, sure, are you kidding me? That's great. And they were a big company, so I said 10K. And I made a really nice book, a beautiful book form. I laminated it, did the whole thing. Sure enough, I got 10K for it. So it shows you what you can do. I had that $2,700 book, a $3,400 book, a $1,000 book. So you guys really need to start kicking out. Like I said, I'm working on a big project and we just got a few more minutes and then I'll dive deep into it, kind of what I'm doing. And we'll go from there. Let me see. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello from Ireland and from Norway. Okay. Yes. Yes, it was, Tracy. Yes, it was. Color formulas for a 10K. And it was in the, I dabble in a lot of weird stuff. I know that. I really do, which is great, which is great. I don't know if you guys know this too. I've worked in Etsy, made 140K in Etsy in a little over a year. That was one of our side hustles. And that was actually with my family. You know, they did, I got to say, they did most of the work, but I came in with my marketing and some of my expertise here, but they did most of the work. So I had to hand it to them. But my family did do 140 in Etsy. And then I have done Amazon, and I made about 170,000 in Amazon doing Amazon. So I'm very skilled at Amazon. We're skilled at Etsy, eBay. I got to tell you about eBay. Now, eBay is just like a store. It's kind of like a garage sale to me. But you know what? It works. That damn thing just keeps working and working. If you got something big or something unique and you think, oh man, no one's going to want this, to put it to eBay. Somebody will buy your weird stuff. And I've sold thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff that I never thought would sell on eBay. It's worked very, very well. So if you, and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into some stuff where you guys can do different things out there on different platforms. Etsy's great. Amazon's tough. You have to pay a little more. And Amazon, if you're not ready for Amazon, it can beat you up. But God, if you got a good product and you're brand new into it, you'll make a lot of money. I mean, I made 170,000. It was about 6 months, and it worked out great. The Etsy 140,000 took a year, but we're up to 9,000 sales, I think, in Etsy, my family, which was really good. They did really, really good. So it was a lot of fun. Hello there, Kashiki Shiki, all the way from warm Norway. Something interesting I want to say before we get the call started. I know Norway. I have a friend from Norway, and I didn't know this, but the tropical stream heads up toward Norway. And if I'm not correct, let me know, Kashiki Shiki. But by that, you know, it's so far north, it's actually warmer than some of the other climates at the same latitude. So that's an interesting piece of information. And someone told me that was a friend of mine from Norway, that it was totally different. No, it's now getting colder. Okay, scratch that. I'm wrong. No, I know. I lived 100 miles from the Arctic Circle at one time, Kashiki Shiki, and it was 60 below zero with no wind. It was unbelievable. It's all white outside. I'm sure it is. Where I'm at, it's a little green still. It's cooling off. I mean, we're wimps here in Florida. It's getting into the 60s, and we're putting coats on and wearing socks. That's a big deal for us. And I'm sure it's a little chillier up there. But welcome, welcome. Like I said, we're going to get started here real quick. Welcome aboard. This is Kevin from doing the training on Sqribble tonight. And like I said, Adil's doing he's doing the major training throughout the week. Actually, a little over a week, I think. So he is really going for it. He's doing a great job too, you guys. Doing a really great job. So if you can make those webinars, make sure you make Adil's webinars. No one does it better. I mean, how could you? He created it, so he knows it inside and out. Okay, it's 6:09. So we're going to get fired up here, and we're going to get started. And I just want to let you guys know, and I said this earlier, I'm actually working on a project right now, and I'm trying to let you guys know. I know a lot of you are doing your projects right now. I know a lot of people that are online right now, and I know who you are, and I kind of get an idea. A lot of you are. And I know there's probably a lot of you that haven't really started. They're just dabbling. And this is the one thing I really got to tell you. If you really want to get serious and get going, one of the best things that you can do is I want you to think, what are you good at? Really think about it. What are you good at? And if you're good at nothing, then let's create something that you're good at. Something. You have to be good at something. Now you're here with Sqribble and you're writing ebooks and you're starting to get content in and you're putting pictures in. So let's just say it's fair to say that you guys are getting good at Sqribble. So the project that I'm working on right now is a pretty big project. I'm actually doing a lot of different trainings and how-to books and things like that. And I'm really going for it. But I have to say, this is what's really cool about it. When you first start a project, you have no idea what in the heck you are doing. You don't know how you're going to format it. You can pick a template out and be specific with your template. I do want to tell you that. And like right here, you guys, when I built these pages right here that you guys can see, these are okay. I mean, there's nothing special here. I put the pictures here, and I built this from scratch. And we went, pictures to the right and content to the left, picture up above and things like that. Now I'm getting a lot more advanced, I feel. And I just kind of want to tell you guys some of the stuff that you can do. Now, this page came out pretty good with the Snagit and Screencast-O-Matic and all that good stuff. And like I said, one of the tools I have to have, I've had Snagit for over a decade. I keep coming back to it, and I keep telling you, without Snagit, I couldn't do it. TechSmith is the ones who created Snagit, solid software, captures images, will do videos for you. But a lot of the software that Adil has is starting to do that. So I got to tell you, it will do a lot of stuff. Now, Snagit will do more on the outside where you can grab pictures, you can grab videos, and then put them into Sqribble or Presenter and whatever you like. But it's one of those products that I have to have. I truly do. It has helped me build so many systems out there. It has made me literally hundreds of thousands of dollars having Snagit, for sure, easily throughout the years. It's been one of those go-to tools. Okay, when you're making your ebook or your how-to. Let me ask this for people that are on board. How many of you would think about doing a how-to manual? Is there anybody, or are you just writing a book, an ebook? Let me know kind of your thoughts. What are you guys writing right now? Because I know some of you are so good at writing books. I mean, I know that, so stick with it. There is no doubt about it. Okay. All right. Yes. I see a couple of you saying that. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Some of you you're saying you're using Sqribble and you're using Presenter. Good. Good for you. Good for you. That is great. Okay. Some of you are using some other outside. I won't mention those tools, but that's cool. My advice is, if you can, I got to say this straight up. Of course, if you're here, you got Sqribble, go get Presenter. That is a slam dunk. That's a three-pointer, baby. It truly is. Can one use both Sqribble and Presenter on one product? Yes, you can. Absolutely. And we can show you how to do that. Of course you can. And we can format it and do many different things. Basically, they are two different products. It's difficult to import one into the next, but you can do a presentation in one and a presentation in another, or a book in one and a book in another. And they have a few different attributes for each one of them. I love Sqribble. Of course, I've made a lot of money in Sqribble. Presenter is the next big one for sure for me, because it does some things that I truly, truly love. Like I love the audios per page. I love the videos that you can bring right in. I love all the backgrounds. I mean, Presenter is like, it just blows me out of the water. And one thing I do have to tell you guys, when you buy software, when you're out there buying software, you guys lucked out. Either that or Adil was really doing the webinar like he always does, and he appeals to everybody and he brings you in. But I got to tell you, his programming is solid. Is it perfect? Close to, but it is solid. And there's some other programs that I bought, and you guys will get into these programs, and then you'll start using them. And what the people told you doesn't work over and over and over. And they hype you up and everything's great and all that stuff. And it's crap. But Adil's software, Presenter and Sqribble, has lived up to what he says it can do. When I first got it, I thought, oh man, this is cool, this is great. And it did it. And then I bought other software and it didn't do it. And it just flames out, or pictures won't save and content won't save, or you end up coming the next day and your content's gone. Just, what, just makes you very, very angry. But with Presenter and Sqribble, solid. I'm a programmer, and I've ran a lot of programmers in my day, and I still dabble in it here and there. And I got to say, Presenter and Sqribble are home runs. So keep it going. Jump into Presenter more and more as you can. And my advice to you is, for both Sqribble and Presenter, start, doing some of the marketing. If you guys are marketing something, put your affiliate links on your pages. So, it's really important here. Okay, some people are saying they just got Presenter and they're both using Sqribble and Presenter. Good, that I do. I use them both. Um, and the one thing I really want you guys to look at, the most money that you're going to make quickly, if you guys are looking at making quick cash, is something that you know about and you write about and you teach about. So something that you know about, you write about, and you put it out there. You put it out there, and wait till you see some of the stuff that I'm doing and some of the people I'm working with. We've done some pretty cool looking stuff only because the tools allow us to do it. And I'm using Presenter and Sqribble in one of my projects right now, and I didn't know Presenter was so advanced. And here I am. I did train on it. I did do things, but every time I go into it, there's more and more and more. And I think when you guys use Sqribble and you use Presenter, you don't use 5% of the tools. So I want you to start experimenting. I really want you guys to start experimenting. Now, I don't do training for Presenter. That's not what I'm here to do, but I can speak about it. And I'm going to speak very highly about it, no matter what anybody says, because it is such a dominant product. Do I love Sqribble? Oh my God, of course I do. Do I love Presenter? It's on steroids, baby. It is out of control and it can do so much more. So if you haven't got into Presenter, you're wasting time. And if you guys want to start making some cash and get out there, I'll help you out, but you guys got to get started. And this is how I get started. I pretty much pick a template. Now I can go through 3 or 4 templates and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, this template's not going to work, because you want a template that is really defining if you're going to do training. Training is a big deal. You guys can write books, that's great, and get them out there. But think about a book. A book sometimes is a little more difficult to sell because you have to get the people, coming to it that it'll appeal to. Which, you write something really good, everybody's going to love it, of course. But how-to books is the biggest thing. Look at JV Zoo and ClickBank and all these other affiliate marketing outfits out there. You guys should be part of those. And you even see a deal marketing some of these products out there, how to get on, how to do this, how to do that, the courses and all that. Teachingly is one of Adil's, and I don't even have that one yet. And that one looks very, very appealing. And I know if it's from Adil, it's going to be a good product. But this is what you guys need to know. I usually only spend a day to 2 days on these projects that I've made 3, 4, 5 grand. I only spend maximum 2 days usually, maybe 15, 20 hours max on these books. Now with the new thing that I'm doing, I'm spending a lot more time. There's no doubt about it. And if you guys, think, oh man, I thought everything was easy. Of course it is. If you want to make it easy, you can still make a bundle of money and do it. The ones that I did were, they took me 15 to 20 hours. But the one I'm doing now, I'm really getting in there and defining a course. And to do that, you have to get started and you have to think, okay, how many courses am I going to do? So you want to write them down. You want to say, hey, I'm good at Excel. I can do Excel. Word, I can do Word. I can do this and I can do that online. And I can show you this. Write them down and then jump into one. And then what I want you to do is make the page really good. You want your numbers on the left or the right, like 1 through 3, like, how to do Excel and how to format it. And this is what you need to do. And then on the left, you're going to have all your bullet points. And then think about it. This is what Presenter gives to you, which is really, really cool. You can throw videos right there on the screen itself. Whereas with some of these other ones, you have to have a link that'll go to another video, which is fine. But when you really want to get advanced, you can put nowadays on Presenter, I know this, you can put your content over to the left, you can have your video right there, and you can do so much more. You can define all your backgrounds and you can define how it's going to be laid out. And I want you guys to start using fonts. Most people leave their fonts, and I used to, but go in there and dig into a font and write it down. That's what I've been doing too. Write down 3 or 4 fonts. There's a lot better fonts out there than Arial. And I usually stick with the ones that are on there, but they suck. Get in there and do something a little bit crazy. And because sometimes some of the fonts will really, it's all about perception when a person sees your site. If they see you put more work into it and you're not like anybody else, that's what's going to attract people. You can have the best course in the world, but it can be dull if there's not good colors and there's not good text and fonts, and you haven't laid it out and you haven't done your borders correctly and blah blah blah, you've got to define it really, really well. And that's why I use several tools besides Sqribble and Presenter to bring in even a little bit more definition with what I'm doing. So when, like, this page right here now bores me. I mean, these are pages that I've done lately and they're great and they're training. But if I'm really going into the heavy duty courses and training, I'm going to make this much better. But guess what? I need the tools to do it. I really need the tools to do it. And the tools are here. I just didn't dig deep enough to do them. So what we really need to do, all of us, is dig in. How many people have Presenter? I just got to ask, because you're here with Sqribble. How many of you have Presenter? Just say yes, no, if you can. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man. Oh, God, everybody has it. Oh, there's not one person that doesn't have it. You studs and studettes. Cool. Okay, you guys, everybody pretty much has it. Wow. Okay, so I can just tell you a little bit right now, because I'm here to make sure you guys are making money. Now, you can use Sqribble all the way, and you will. You need to make, Sqribble is great because a lot of the courses and the PDFs that you're going to need will be right here. But let me tell you something honestly, we're pushing ahead in the new era here, and you guys can't mess around. I look at the world, and I don't want to sound like a doomsdayer here, but everybody needs to get off their butts. And the way to make money, and I've always made way more money with software. These consulting jobs and all this other stuff, I'm going to start dumping them. They're good money. I mean, I make thousands doing them, but they take a week. And software, I can do that in a day. So it's really kind of stupid, but I do it because people call me and I do it, and you get caught up into it. And it's sometimes you waste more time than what it's worth. But software has always made me 1,000 times more money than anything that I've ever done. So I really want you guys to think about doing a course. I don't care if it's how to take care of your dog, how to take care of your cat, how to garden, how to grow plants, how to, fix your car. I don't care, but think of something. And if you've got Presenter, please dig into Presenter and start out doing it with Presenter if you guys have it. Because once you guys have it, it is, because now you can do videos and you can do everything else. Now, when you want to do your content and everything like that, use Sqribble. Sqribble is great for the PDFs and for booklets and things like, it's perfect. Sqribble is perfect for the booklets and everything that you need to do. I mean, this is beautiful. It does everything that you can possibly imagine. You can put links on it and everything else, but we need to go to the next level, all of us. And I truly believe your potential is being wasted. So if you guys can do a how-to book and turn off the TV, please just turn off the TV and try to spend 3 to 5 hours, and you're going to be amazed how stuff starts coming up. You're going to think, oh, I can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Neither do I. Never do I really know what I'm doing when I first start out. I write something down, and then I start formatting it, and I find a good template. And then all of a sudden, this wild imagination stuff just starts popping. And I go back and I will edit it after a while. But in the past week, a little over a week or so, I've done an entire course and I've done an entire presentation. So 2 whole separate entities. And I'm working on the second course here coming up. And I'm going to put together like 2 to 5 courses, and I'll have my presentation and all that good stuff. And I still got to wrap it up. So I'm still, a little ways away, but this is what we're here to help you with, is to help you get your ebooks out there, help you get your presentations, help you get your videos. And if you don't like, doing a video showing you who you are, then you can do screen captures like I'm doing now. You guys can hear me and my mouse is moving around and I'm moving up and down here and I'm pointing at a deal here and all this good stuff. You can do that all day long. And if you don't know what to say, my advice is write something and then go over what you wrote, and then you come back and do a video and say, this page is about this. Books have gone through a rapid transition, just like on the page here. An ebook is the same as a hard copy book, blah, 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 and start talking, but flow. and you won't flow at first. You're going to get stuck, and and I do this. It's funny when you try to do a video, a lot of times you're going to stop it, rewind, start again. Stop, rewind, start again. You just got to do it a few times, and I do it all the time, and then hit record, and then, just start running. Just start running with it, start talking, start moving, and things happen. This is how I've done it for up to 20 years. And all I can say is just keep doing it. But I've made a ton of money building millions and millions of dollars building systems, without a doubt. I used to average $500,000 every year. I used to average $1 million a year. And I got out of software when my programmer and everybody, we did really well, and we kind of left it for a few years, and then we got back into it. And it's so different getting away for a couple of years because the software is better. So we're lucky. We're luckier now. It's cheaper to get software that we used to have to write ourselves, and now we can do things that we never thought possible. Now I'm getting passionate again because I've got so much that I want to bring to you guys. The way things are going out there, another good thing you guys should think about is find a niche that people really need. Niches out there where there's 5% of the population that need this, 10% of the population that need this. Even 2 to 3% of the population is a huge niche. So find something. Gardening, of course. Or if you're a prepping is real big. People think, it's the end of the world. Now, you don't have to think it's the end of the world. Just help them, facilitate that you're going to help them if something happens. I mean, I don't care what you do, but if you were going to build a hydroponics unit, a portable hydroponics unit, or a little solar unit, write about it. Even if you don't know about it, go research it and put like a solar unit. Like, this is what you need for a little portable solar unit in case your house power goes down. You could power your coffee pot. You could power your fridge. Believe it or not, I've checked into this, and little portable solar units, if power does go down, your freezer can be powered by it. I never knew that, because your freezer doesn't take that much power because it's always shut. So these little portable units could run your freezer. No one wants to lose hundreds and hundreds of dollars of food if anything ever happened, God forbid. But the way prices are going in Europe and this and that, and they do have outages. I know California is turning the power off during the summer and the wildfires and all that good stuff. But in Germany, in Europe, it's getting bad because the natural gas and all that stuff is not there anymore. It's really, really difficult. So solar is a big deal. So if you research it and you kind of tell people, hey, go here and buy this unit, or go buy this unit, and research it and say, oh, you're going to need this battery if you want to power this, this, and this. So I'm just giving you an idea. Anybody can write about anything and sell it. So find a niche that people really need. I mean, power is a big deal because everybody's power bills are incredible. My power bill the last 4 months, you guys won't believe it. I could have bought a car with my power bills in the last 4 months. I'm not kidding. My bill doubled, and I'm talking huge amounts for power. And I'm sick of it. It's just terrible. So that's what got me kind of going on the solar units. You're thinking about writing about solar. I haven't done it, but it is on my list to write something about that. So really start thinking and get passionate. You guys, when I sat down and I think, God, I'm not making enough cash. What am I going to do? And everybody has a different cash flow. Everybody has more bills than the next person, or less bills. So you sometimes, like the billionaires, when they say they're broke, it means they only got 5 billion instead of 10 billion. But their bills are extreme because they pay for jets and yachts. And so everybody's broke is a different broke than yours. And people say I'm broke, but they still got millions of dollars because their bills are so high. So give it some thought and get in there and dig down. I get really pumped up and excited because I know if I want to make more money, I can do it. I can simply do it. Get out of my way. I am going to tear it up. Yes, I'm going to throw a lot of effort into it, and I'm going to make it look better. I'm going to get it out there. And if I don't know how to do it, which a lot of stuff I'm still learning on some of these platforms that are out there. There's a lot of platforms on marketing and things like that. But usually I'll spend a day or a couple of hours. I'll read into it. I'll make a bunch of mistakes, but damn it, I'll get it out there and I'll start making cash. It's just like anything that you do if you do it. But most people stop and they won't do it. They get stuck. My advice to you is turn off the TV, write your book, write your presentation, whatever you're doing, spend 3 to 4 hours and do it for a couple nights. Just turn everything off and focus, though. Don't just focus on random stuff like I'm going to write about a tree and a bird. Don't do that. Write about something that's going to make you some cash, going to make you some money. Because right now you're wasting time and you really need to get into something. In my opinion, do a how-to book. That's where I've made a ton of money, is teaching people how to do this and do that and everything. Like right now, I know I have one person here and she's my right hand, Lynn. And I'm going to talk about Lynn real quick because Lynn doesn't realize, I think, how talented she really is. I mean, I see Lynn put together these different formats in our, in our books that we're writing about the ghost story and stuff like that. And most of the time I will say, okay, great job. Wonderful, wonderful. But Lynn has dug in, and then I start reading some of the stuff she's doing. It's like, ooh, damn, she is really good. This blows me out of the water. And you never know who's going to pop out. Personally, Lynn and I have never met each other. We work together online and we talk, and it's great and all that stuff. But this gal is on fire. She could do way, way more and make a ton of money. And I know she's working on projects now and she's listening to me. She's probably saying, shut up, Kevin. But you know what? Talent is there big time, more than most. And I'm not just saying it. I see thousands and thousands of people, and I know when I see talent. And if there's anything I can do to help those people or see what they're doing and maybe take some of the stuff for myself, I mean, that's what we all do. It is really great. So just dig in and do it. But a lot of you can be really, really talented, but you don't push it to the next level. So really, please push, push, push. Also, we got Tracy on the line tonight. Tracy has written a book. We put her in the hot seat, and boy, has Tracy done. She is fabulous. Tracy is fabulous, fabulous, from California, and her stuff blows me out of the water. I mean, she's written stuff that I bow to. It is really, really good. These kind of people that I'm meeting and seeing, and Edine has written some great stuff, and a lot of you have with the book that we're writing. The thing is, I think we all, myself, everybody, have to get to that next level. And if you're stuck with something that you're trying to market and trying to sell, think of another way to get it out there. Think of something that you haven't thought of to get it out there. So you really got to think. I mean, say you write a book and the book isn't doing good. Write about how to write a book and give them bullet points and different things like that. Because believe it or not, and I'm going to say this, you're going to make more off the system than you will in the system. Let me repeat that. You're going to make way more cashola off the system than in the system. Meaning, you write the book that shows people how to do something, you're going to make way more than trying to buy the book from somebody and then do it. If you know what I mean. Like if someone's going to sell you a book on how to do solar, wonderful, great. You're going to save some money and you're going to power your house, and wonderful, wonderful. But if you're the dude that did the book and you wrote the book, you're going to make way more cash. I've always said this. I love making more money off the system than in the system. It's like the old, being an affiliate marketer, a digital marketer. You're going to make way more writing the how-to and writing the books and selling them to thousands of people. We know that. But a lot of us don't utilize that. So I really want you guys to think. My class here, I want to be proud of you guys and gals and everybody here. So you really need to think outside the box. If I can do it, I know you guys can blow me out of the water by far. Just this is where you need to go. So if you guys, by next week or the week after, I want you to get some ideas and bring them to me or send them to the Sqribble book team at gmail.com. If you have an idea and you need me to help you, we'll go in there and I'll give you my thought. And if you guys need some help kicking in and getting started, just do it. But I'm so happy at what I've done in this last week, starting the course and all that stuff. I've spent some hours. I spent entire days doing it. And it took me, the first weekend just took my brain and it was overload. But then the third day and the fourth day, my format got better and better. And now I can use this format for all my other books going forward and use a lot of the things that I did on this just by thinking it through. And that's what we all do. You have to think it through, see it, and say, that doesn't look good. And if it doesn't look professional enough, then dig in and make it look professional enough. Presenter, I have to say, will make your books look like they're $1 million books. They truly will. You can grab backdrops, white and black, and you can frame it. You can throw the content in there. You can add in a video. You can come to a page and you can do a little recording like, "Hey, this is John, and I just want to show you guys what this page is all about. See up here in the left, number 1, you want to do this, and number 7 down here to the right, I want you to do this and go forward." That's the kind of stuff presenter can do if you guys don't know that. And then some of the transitions. So when someone goes to another page, it can do a roll and a twist and all that stuff. Yeah, you might think that's a little crazy, but try some of them. All I can say is try some of them and get away from the stale. If you're the one thing I really got to tell you guys is change your fonts. Please change your fonts. Go back to your books, change your fonts. Try to twist it up. I know for a fact people will buy from people that are different. If they see something that's the same, your brain just pretty much kind of like, "Oh, okay, book, great, wonderful." Change it up, change some fonts and do some cool pictures and colors and things like that. And do that. Just twist it. Just please, that's a real important thing. Okay, someone just said something. Yes, they can write what they want to and say and put that text through Talkable. So their voice, that's true. We have Talkable in Sqribble. So if you're, and that's just true. Thank you, Lynn, on that one. See, my right hand comes right there and hits me in the face and says, "Kevin, this is what you can do." And Lynn's right. Talkable is wonderful. We have it in Sqribble, and you can use the voices in there. You can put your text in, hit the voice, and it'll do it for you. And learn that. Talkable is great. So for a lot of you that aren't speakers or don't like to do that, Talkable is cool, works well, and that is great. You guys can do that. And I advise you guys to use Talkable wherever you possibly can. If you don't like talking and you don't like doing the videos, the screen capture, I always say screen capture. Screen capture is where I can use something like Snagit or even Presenter, and I can talk right on that page. I love that when I can talk on the page and define what's happening on that page. To me, that's just awesome. That's just power, sheer power, because then you don't drift away from the page and people know. Get personal. If people can kind of see you or even a picture and they can hear you, you're going to sell them. They're going to be more apt to come back to you. But don't be stale. And if you don't like doing the talking, then have Talkable do it for you, because a lot of times Talkable will be more appealing than who, it will be more appealable than I would be. I mean, they do have great voices, and these people that did the voiceovers are wonderful. So really start using the tools that we all have. And once again, someone just asked, can you use Sqribble and Presenter? Yes, you can. I don't know if you heard it earlier, but yes, you can. And someone just said they just got Presenter and didn't get into it. Oh my God. Presenter, to me, I love Sqribble. It's my baby. I love Sqribble. But Presenter, and I'm being honest here, Presenter just blows every other program I've seen online for doing presentations. And I just bought a presentation, another piece of software I bought, and it sucks. It sucks. What they promised us and everything else, oh, it'll do this and do that and look great. And they did a great presentation. Then when I started using it, it was like, oh my God, it sucks. So just be very careful. You can trust Adil's software. Truly, I've used pretty much every piece of software that I've been able to get so far, and I love it. I really do. I mean, both Sqribble and Presenter have been wonderful. Talkable, I've used Talkable. Talkable has been great. Sqrindle, I've used Sqrindle, and Sqrindle has been great. I love the format of Sqrindle and the books in the library and all that, and I'm going to be using that more and more. And we're going to be showing you guys so much more of what you can do. And I think, and I've heard Adil say this too, that everybody should be into making their own courses and getting their own things going. So it's really up to all of us. And the old analogy, there's 100 people. 5 will do something big, 95 will sit on their butts. And it's true. A lot of times it's true. So please, everybody that's on this call, because you guys are way more committed, you're part of the 5. There is no doubt about it. You're part of the 5% out of 100. Those other losers, say goodbye. Say goodbye to them. You're part of the 5 because you're here. And that means a lot. So, I'm not just talking here. Just do it, damn it. Do it. Please just get in front of your damn screen and start editing and start writing, start throwing pictures that make no sense. And believe me, the first 2 or 3 hours and you're trying to make the page and build it, it's going to look like you know what. It's going to look like crap. There is no doubt about it. But all of a sudden, the universe reaches out and says, "Okay, we're not we're messing with this person. Let's give them some mojo." And sure enough, it pops, things happen, and then all of a sudden it comes together. I've been a programmer too long, and I tell you, we spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours, just picking, pulling our hair out, and all of a sudden something pops, and then we use that for the next year or two or forever. And that's what you guys need to do, is just get in there and start digging in and making sure that you guys just start writing. That's the biggest point. I can't even tell you enough. This last week has really proved to me again, because I've spent more time in the past week than I have in the past 6 months on a project like this, because I'm tired and I'm fed up and I love the money. I do. I love the money because it gives me freedom, and I don't have to, it's not the money as much as it is freedom and relaxing and doing what you want. I spend way more time traveling, doing consulting jobs, flying here, flying there, helping people do this and do that. And you know what? You get tired of it. With software, I just do it, and then it keeps selling and selling and selling. I've heard Adil say this, of course. Sqribble's been around at least 4 years. He's making money hand over fist with it. Come on. I mean, he put it together. He thought of it. He got the programmers together. He rolled it in, and look at this. The guy is on fire. But we can all be on fire too. Don't just think, oh, Adil passed me up, I can never catch him. Guess what? I've seen it where people leapfrog over the next person hundreds of times. Just because one person is doing great today doesn't mean that you can't leapfrog over them. I know for a fact that if you put your mind to it, I can leapfrog over anybody if I put my mind to it, without a doubt, except for Tony Robbins, probably. I mean, he's way ahead of me, No, I'm kidding. But when you put your mind to it, you can do it. You really can. So get in there, dig in there, write your book, and do something different. Even if you're writing a book, maybe do a voiceover or do something to make it personal. Try something a little different as you can go forward. Okay, here's something. Okay, as you think of something, this is from Lynn, as they think of something, they need for their books to throw it in the book, even if it doesn't go in that section. They can move it. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So meaning that if you write something that doesn't fit in the same paragraph of something else you wrote, separate it, come and highlight it in red if you have to, the words, and know that you're going to come back to it and throw it somewhere else. That's funny because I just did that. I remember there was some great wording and it didn't fit just last night. I remember, and I did highlight it in red, but I loved what I said. It was just a one-liner, but it didn't fit there, and I put it over to the right, and then all of a sudden I saved it and then put it somewhere else. So it's so true. Sometimes you'll write something and you may have, 2 or 3 paragraphs, but the one paragraph doesn't fit, but you need it for something else. So don't ever waste, throwing stuff away if you really love it. But I got to tell you, we have the tools here. We have more than you guys can imagine. I mean, I've been a programmer for many, many years, and the software we have now is so dynamite. I can't get enough of Sqribble and Presenter. And I have bought other courses, like I'm telling you guys, and it's just not the same. It's not the same. So please, please be careful if you guys are buying software out there. They promise you everything, and then it goes away. Let me give you a real quick one to watch. Let me give you a quick one. The guys that have been out there for a couple years are pretty good, and their software will continue to work. Some of the software you buy now, think about this. It's a one-time fee, and after a year, 2 years, or 3 years, who knows what's going to happen to the software? Is it going to fade away? Now, us here with the deal, it's going strong. He's got a team of programmers, and I have worked with the programmers, and they're here for the long haul, which is amazing. And I have so much respect for the whole team. So, you guys really make sure when you're buying software, ask those questions or kind of feel it out. Make sure, because if you buy something and then you try to get support and they're not helping you, you got issues. And it happens to us all. It happens to us all. Or if the software just works, you're in good shape. That's even better. I mean, like here, if you have a problem, you just go up to the training and there's Adil's pearly whites telling you how to do this and do that. And it explains it really, really well. I've used Adil's training many times to get in there and walk through something when I first start out. Now I'm getting in there and blowing it out of the water, and I feel like I can do it just as good as anybody because I use the tools. But you have to start out learning and knowing the system. If the system doesn't work, that throws up a red light, and then you got issues. But use what works. And I got to tell you, you guys are very, very lucky. I keep saying it with the software that we have here. But if you guys want to get an idea on a how-to book, or if you're going to write your book, do something different. Like I said, if you're writing a book about something, try to put some, maybe twist it up and make it a voice book too, where at least maybe it has a little paragraph or a sentence of something in there just to give it a little bit more of an appeal. Maybe it's an e-books, with an audio portion within the book. Of course, you've heard of audiobooks. I love audiobooks, especially when I travel and, you're driving through Texas, say. I mean, if you're driving through Texas, I don't know if anybody throughout the world knows this, but it's 800 miles across from, east to west. It's daunting. It takes, you're there for 24 hours driving. You better have a couple ebooks or audiobooks, I should say, going through states like that. It's insanity. But keep people's interest peaked. I can't say enough again. Start this weekend. Spend 3 hours, turn off the TV, and start writing and formatting. Start getting your bullet points to the left, get your videos to the right, and you guys will be blown away. Remember that. On the left, define kind of what you're doing. On the right, get a video. If you don't know how to do a video, you certainly can. I mean, you guys, anybody can do a video. You really can. And I do videos all the time with Snagit. I'll grab something, or I'll do a screen capture where I'm just doing it myself, and then I'll throw it on there. And if you have a problem, if you guys don't know how to host it, YouTube's free. YouTube is free. And then you can get the link, or we're going to show you how to do YouTube too. A lot of you that are brand new here, it's free, and YouTube is wonderful, and you're going to make a lot of money if you get a big YouTube channel and roll with it. There's another company out there called Screencast. Free. You guys can put videos in there for free. They let you do like 10 to 20 videos for free. So if you do a screen capture, there's a lot of software out there you can get free that will do it too. But just know that you've got to be able to put your video somewhere, and then it will give you embed code or a link, a simple link. And Sqribble allows you to put that link on the PDFs, or Presenter will allow you to put the video right on the page, which is that's hands down the coolest thing ever when you have that. And then we can go on with the flip books and everything else. And I'm digging down into them more than you guys know. I am really getting into the software because I feel like, man, use this software because no one else really is. Just remember, if you guys think you got competition, you don't have a lot. There's a lot of idiots out there. And I mean that in a happy way, because the more idiots there, thank you. It just sets us apart from everybody else. And I wish they weren't. I wish people would work harder, but they don't. And I think that's just because of, most people are just too kicked back and they're not doing anything. Okay, can you really use others' YouTube videos without penalties? The answer is yes, you can. And let me tell you why. You can pull someone's YouTube video all day long onto your website. Why not? You're advertising them. Every time someone clicks on the YouTube video, it gives that person more credit. It gives them the hit and gives them the people. You can use it for your own site. I do it all the time because there's things that people have already done and I use it, and it shows something like you should be doing this and use this because it works better than this. I've done this many, many times. So yes, you can use other. I would love it. use my YouTube videos all day long. Are you kidding? Because it will come, back to you, basically. You can also grab 15 to 20-second snippets with Snagit or some other capture software and use it for videos that you have, or a little video if you need something. It's legal. It just, there's a fine line, but you can use like 15 to 20 seconds legally. You can, and you can use that for your website too. If you don't know how to do that, Snagit. I keep going back to it because you can go to a video, you can copy it just by dragging the mouse, watching the video, dragging it around the whole thing, hit record, play your 20 or 30 seconds, whatever, hit stop, it recorded it for you. Boom, gives you the link, everything's done, and now you got your video. If you don't know how to do that, we'll show you, because you can put these videos onto your Sqribble and your presenter software that you guys have now. Start using this kind of stuff. It's really a big deal. I mean, if you guys are just using books and writing and stuff like that, and pictures and stuff, you really need to go a little further. You guys really need to go a lot further than just what we have here. I mean, like I said, this what I wrote right here. I had a video right here, but it was a link. It's on Sqribble, and that's okay, but I like the live video. Can't deny that. I love the live videos right on the site. That to me is, in your face. You can't walk away. I'm talking to you, more or less, kind of thing. And I want you guys to really look at that. There's differences in Sqribble and Presenter. Sqribble you need because it does things that Presenter doesn't. And I like on Sqribble, the duplicate pages is a little easier on Sqribble, where you can, and I love duplicating pages because so many times, if I'm trying to do a training and stuff, I need to duplicate the next page, but rewrite the content, and vice versa. So there's a lot of attributes for both Sqribble and Presenter. I'm never going to tell you don't have one and not the other, but I really am getting into more advanced software now, and that's Presenter, and it's not that advanced. Well, no, let me put that another way. Very, very advanced, but very easy to use. Well written. Well written. Okay, someone just asked a question. Okay. Yes, you can do videos. I just said that, without penalties, of course. Is it easy to do without dragging in their referrals? Well, I'll have to see what you mean by that, but you can use someone else's YouTube videos. What I would honestly do, and everybody here that's on the line tonight, what I would do is basically make sure that you guys get capture software. Please go get capture software. Go get something. If you don't like Snagit, it's a one-time fee, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of other ones, but start capturing stuff, or do screen captures yourself. Put them on your own YouTube channel, and then the YouTube channel gives you the link or the embedded code that you can put on Presenter. Presenter is cool because Presenter lets you put embedded code, and it's so simple. Or the link. You can put the link and say YouTube. If you aren't using YouTube, you'd use embedded code. If you're using YouTube, if you load, it's easy. You drop and drag your video onto your YouTube channel, and then it gives you a link. And in Presenter, Adil has it all set up. Little box, put the link, boom, it's right there. They got the video. So, the video will pop in right there on the page. That's too cool. Most software can't compete with something like that. So you guys really want to start using it. And like I said, I don't train on Presenter. I just love it. And that's why I mentioned it. And I'm only doing it because everybody here on the class said they have it, pretty much. And so that's really, really great. You have Snagit. Someone has Snagit. Go, Nancy. Go, baby. Go. How do you like it, Nancy? You said you have Snagit. Have you utilized many of the tools within Snagit? Just asking. And it's what's really cool about it too, guys. When you're doing videos with Snagit, you can load them up into Presenter, loaded, or you can put them on a link on Sqribble. But on Presenter, you can load them up. It's a live video. But it is so great. But if you're just doing an image in Snagit, you can draw an arrow and say, here is the island, or here is the palm tree, or you can put text in it and say, this is a pretty palm. You can write text. You can fill in and make the ocean. If the ocean's blue, of course, you can make it red. You can do fill and a whole bunch of cool stuff that you never thought before. That's really it really does puts an artsy form within your format of whatever you're doing out there. So there is a lot. You use it all the time. And I do have to ask, because I don't get a lot of people that say they have Snagit. Yeah. Okay, I've had Snagit for many years now. And Nancy, I've had Snagit probably for 12 or more years. I use it for every project that I do. How about you, Nancy? Do you use it just about for everything? You do too. Okay. See, we've got someone else. We got my twin out there that uses Snagit. Once you get Snagit, you're hooked. And listen, I don't make money on Snagit. I'm just telling you as a tool to use for Sqribble and Presenter. You got to have it. You got to have a tool that you can go out and grab videos and images without any headaches. It is the easiest tool in the world. If you don't have it, you're really not doing business as well as you should. You really, I mean, I made all my money from grabbing pictures and going to other people's websites with their permission because I'm doing stuff for them. So I grab it and go instead of having to wait for them, and just do it that way. So there's a lot you can do. So I really want you guys to go forward and start utilizing it. If you don't like the screen capture thing, you can actually record the screen and you can put a talkable audio on the screen if you want to. So there's a lot of different tricks. And I know that sounds advanced to you, and we'll get more into that stuff as we go forward because we can do a lot more with Sqribble too and put audios and all sorts of good stuff out there that we need to do. Once again, if you guys haven't made it to the Adil's webinars, he's doing them every day. So make sure you go to the Adil webinars. He is so very good at what he does. And I don't want anybody to miss it. I wish I could make them. He has them so early, and I'm always traveling that time of the day, or I'd make every single one. I just have so much going on. I haven't been able to make them lately, and I feel like I feel bad that I haven't been able to make them because I love going to his webinars. They are great. They truly, truly are great. Okay, Nancy saying Snagit is way better than other products. Okay, he's doing them live. If you go to your email, if you're getting emails from Adil, there's our webinar is always on Tuesday, but every day he's sending out emails telling you there's a new webinar. And I know a lot of people have been to him, they've told me. So try to make them. He's going through all the products. He's going through Talkable, Sendable, everything, Sqribble, Presenter, everything that he has a lot of products. And I can tell you can count on Adil's stuff. Normally, I would never say that, and it's not just because I do webinars for him. It's solid. It works. If it didn't work, I'd tell you it's, and I'm going to tell you straight up what I think about any software that I see out there. And, Sqribble and Presenter are the best that I've seen. So we can make a lot of money doing it, you guys. So just make sure you guys go forward. Next week, if you guys have a project and you need some help with it just to get started, let us know. We can help kick it in, but it's really up to you to get started and to get everything going. And my advice, once again, is if you're doing a book, try to throw some audio on it. And if you haven't thought of a how-to book, find a niche. Go onto Google and say, what are people looking for? And then there's a million things, but find something that you guys can write about. Even if you don't know about it, you guys can easily go in there, research it, dig in, and do a course on it. That's what people are doing every day. So much for that, you guys. So we have a lot going on. Okay. And you can watch the replays of Adil's webinars too. Thank you, Lynn. I know he's been sending those out too. So like I said, everybody, make sure. I want to wish everybody in the United States a happy Thanksgiving. It's coming up this week for holiday. I want to wish everybody happy holidays for everybody that's in Europe and, throughout the world that's on the line tonight. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Everybody have a great, great week. For us in the United States, most of us work one more day and then we get the next 4 days off, which is always a good time of the year for us. We love this time of the year because we get the last Thursday of every month in November is a holiday for us. The last Thursday in November is a holiday for the United States. So it's really nice. We all look forward to it. But everybody take care. And thank you for that. Thank you for the happy Thanksgiving. Good night, everybody. Take care. You guys are all wonderful. Get out there and kick some ass. Come on, let's do it. Everybody take care and happy holidays. Talk to you soon. Good night.